Okay. So hi everyone, good morning and welcome back in today's class. Okay. Today we are going to be discuss a topic called the CSM. That is called the Customer Service Management. Let me take this topic from the example perspective. Suppose you buy any product, or maybe you buy a new phone, or you buy something of the kitchen item, or a fridge, or a AC. Okay, if you are facing some problem in that particular device, okay, what you will do? You will call to the customer care and you will say that I purchased this item from you. Okay, and then they will see, okay, ma'am or sir, we are sending one engineer to you or at your home. He will come and check and will fix the problem. Okay, but suppose the same thing happen after 2 years. You purchase a product 2 years back, and today you are going to call them and you say that my refrigerator or my AC is not working. What they will say? They say, sorry ma'am, your product is no longer in warranty. It will be a chargeable to you. You need to pay the money for the visits as well now. Earlier it was free, but now it has been paid one. Okay. So these kind of things, when you are interacting for your product, is called the customer, or I say you are the consumer who are consuming that product. But suppose, take example, you are working in a company and from your company you are getting or you got a iPhone for the support purpose. Okay, for the project support you got that. If that phone is not working either today or after 2 years, what they will do? They will say, okay, let us replace this phone for you. Or maybe let us give you a alternative phone on the place of this particular phone. Okay. So these things basically covered in the concept called the customer service management. Okay. This is a separate, I'll not say only the module, this is a separate product of service now. Customer service management. If you remember that on the day 1 or 2, we discussed this thing. If I open this screenshot here, right, you can see this thing, customer service management, right? Okay. So it means that when we pick up this topic that I said, you are a customer and you can reach out to the respective company to log a issue or log a incident or problem which you are facing at your end. Then they will send a representative. It will come to your doorstep and fix that issue. Many factors are divided, many factors are there in the background. Suppose today we are in the training, you are paying something to me and I'm giving my services. But after 1 year or 2 years, if you say, Atul, I am facing this issue, maybe I say, sorry, your training period is over. Now, if you need any help, you have to be pay for the same to me. Okay. Or you say, Atul, I am facing this issue. Is it possible for you to come to my home and fix this problem? That thing come into the field service management. Do you, I'm sure many times we call the company mechanic, company representative at our home. This AC is not working, this refrigerator is not working, my car is not properly starting, it's giving a lot of problem or these things. So you call to the company directly, the manufacturer directly, and they send a person at your home. Those things covered in the field service management. It means
Excuse me,
service now.
Atul.
Yes, Farah.
Excuse me if I'm interrupting you, but I cannot see the difference between customer service management and field service management.
I'm coming to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Have you traveled or have you worked anytime in the infrastructure background project? in of your tenure as of now, Farah?
Infrastructure,
Yes. Maybe
infrastructure project,
in the data
and the
centers you work.
not for a big intervention, let's say,
Mm.
just
Okay.
to manage to see some things, but not a very big intervention on that
Okay.
project. Mm.
Okay. Okay. So what happened in that case? Or let me take a layman language example. Okay. You buy a new refrigerator, okay, and that is not working properly. What you will do, you will call to that manufacturer, and that particular customer care person say, okay, Miss Farah, I am sending a representative at your home. Okay, for you, what is the matter? For you, the matter is only that the person should come at your home and fix that problem, right? You are not bother about the background process. Is that person is skilled or not skilled? Is it coming from that company or not that company? You are just bother the person should visit your home. Okay, now think from the customer, think from the company perspective. You as a customer log a issue, my refrigerator is not working. Company says, okay, you are calling from the Tushenia. Okay, in Tushenia you are staying in some city, and that city you have some area. In that area you have missed pin code 111111. Okay, then what that customer care person will do? He or she will open the location map at her end and will see that who is the customer representative or who is the mechanic in that area, pin code 11111. She will assign that particular problem or particular ticket number to that particular engineer and instruct that particular engineer go to Miss Farha home and see what issue she is facing. So the moment the issue has been moved from company customer care to the field management, is called the field service management. So in the background, a lot of things happen. Suppose if you travel on site, let's take example. What company policy says? Okay, you pay for everything, we will reimburse for you everything at the end. So you book a cab. Okay, you book a cab, you book a flight, you again book a cab to go to the hotel, you stay in the hotel, you book a cab from hotel to your office, office to hotel for the 10 days. What do? You collect all the bills at the last, and after 10 days, you go and raise a claim in the system and it go for the further approvals. So the traveling part which you have done, that include the cost as well, that includes the times as well, right? Because you will be traveling from Tusheni to some other country as an on-site on the on-site perspective. So these things basically come in the field service management. But this is just an example. The actual thing is that when any engineer actually visit any customer place, any customer premises to fix the issue, that is come into the field service management. Okay, hope now it's clear to you, Farah, or any other doubt.
Uh, yes, thank you. It's better now. And regarding the customer service management is when we can reach the company to complain about issues or something like that, right? To
Right,
the customer. Okay.
exactly
Okay.
right. So that process we are going to be discussed now. That
Okay.
how you can reach out to the company. What are
Okay,
the
thanks.
what are the mods? What are the methods? What are the ways you can reach out to the company? So
Mm-hmm.
you, if you remember that when we're discussing about the ITSM and when we're discussing about the email, what we say, if you send an email to a specific email ID, your incident will be created, right? If you remember this point.
Yes, yes.
But but in CSM, I have multiple ways to raise my case. Nowadays, what happened that if you are facing some issue, you go to the Twitter and tag that particular company handle, right? I'm facing this issue. And they say, okay, Miss Farah, let me check your issue at my end. On the Facebook, we tag that particular company. These are the latest one, right? A
Mm-hmm.
few days back, I was facing some issue in the YouTube. I get the YouTube handle. of Twitter handle for the YouTube, and I raise my query there, and they respond back to me. What is that? For them, I am a customer. I'm using their services, and they have to be sorted out my problem. So if I say tell you here that in the customer service we have a multiple things to be understand here. Okay. Number one, we have a omni channels. You can reach out to the customer service representative by email, by chat, by call, and by walk-in, and by communities. Like you can raise on the Twitter, you can raise on the Facebook as well. At the rate XYZ, hashtag XYZ. What this means? This means you are tagging them for your issue. Okay. Now, what I'll show you on the screen is that we have a separate portal for my CSM perspective. And CSM is not out of the box. To get the CSM, you have to activate the customer service management plugin in your instance first. Only then you can use that. So if I go here, let me open your instance. Okay, your instance is Hibernate, no problem. Let me show you my one. Okay. Let me open this. So you can see here that as I install the CSM plugin, I can see one portal of the CSM number one. This is the second portal of CSM. This is the third portal of CSM. And this is the fourth portal. Community is the fourth portal. Where is the community is gone? Wait. KB is there. Maybe that has been misspelled or something. So mainly CSM, yeah, this one. So now what I'll do, let me open this one by one. dev86/CSM. Customer service management. This is CSM customer related to the customer one. Now let me open one more. CSP. Consumer service portal. Now can you guys tell me what is the difference between customer and a consumer? Anyone has any idea what?
Customer maybe who is the person who will define what we need as business needs as something like that, and the consumer is the customer can be a consumer. He will consume the service after the production of the service, something like that.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Vinesh, what do you say? Tell me, guys.
Hello.
Manoj. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Tell me.
Yes, sir. Customer means who purchasing the goods, and consumer means who already user of that good.
Okay. Okay, fine. Now let me take an example from the IT perspective. Okay. Suppose Mr. Bean, okay, working in a company called Computer. Okay. Mr. Bean get a iPhone from company Computer. Okay. Now, if Mr. Bean is facing some issue in the iPhone, what he will do? He will go to the CSM portal and he will say, I am Mr. Bean from company Computer. Okay. But I am also using an iPhone and I am also facing the problem in iPhone. I also go to the CSM and I say Atul from company Xerox. Okay, I am facing the problem. Now, what will happen in the background? How the customer executive or the agent respond back to me? They will respond to Mr. Bean, thank you for contacting our company or the customer care. We will help you. It's fine. But what they respond to me? Sorry, can't help you. Why? Why Mr. Bean get a reply, we will help you, and why I did not get a reply, we will help you? Anyone has any idea? Tell me, guys, anyone has any idea?
Could you repeat, please?
Okay, the question is that Mr. Bean is working for a company computer. Okay.
Yeah.
He got an iPhone from the company. He facing some issue in the iPhone. He go to the CSM and raise a issue in the background. I also have a iPhone, but I'm not from the company computer. I raise a request that my iPhone is not working. I raise an incident, but I got a reply. Sorry, Mr. Atul, we cannot help you. But Mr. Bean get a reply. Thank you so much. Let me help you on this particular case.
Okay.
Why Mr. Bean is getting that much privileges? Why I not?
Because Bean has purchased the iPhone from the same company, and whereas you had purchased.
Bean did not purchase. Bean get an iPhone. He did not purchase.
Okay, so Bean got an iPhone from a computer company,
Yes.
and
Right.
you got an iPhone from Xerox company.
Right. But why the customer care says sorry, we cannot help you? Why they say to Bean, yes, we can help you?
Which customer care you both have called?
Same customer care we call iPhone customer care.
Because it may be possible that the company from where both of you got the iPhone, that particular company, like Bean's company, has been registered or is a partner or is a service provider for Apple, and Xerox company is not a service provider for Apple.
Is the service provider the right term? Think, guys, think.
Maybe they are the contract between them. Between the company.
Contract between them. Okay, fine. One more word come. Anjana also gives some highlights that they are not registered. Okay, contract is there, and I can say your company is not registered. What else is there? Okay, I'll give you one more example here. Almost everyone of us is working in the IT industry.
Service vendor, I believe.
Okay, vendor is the one thing. Okay, fine, that's fine. Okay, I'm giving one more example. Almost everyone of us is working in the IT industry for a long time now. 8 years, 10 years, 20 years as well. Okay. Now the thing is that every company offered a insurance plan to their employee. My company say I bought insurance plan for you guys from Tata. For us company say I bought a insurance plan from Mr. Bata. Minuj company say I bought an insurance plan for you from Mr. Kaka. Okay. In case I say I don't want to pick up this example, but still I say in case you need to claim some of the amount from that insurance. You or maybe your relatives or your near and dear is admitted in the hospital. Okay. Nowadays, there is a new functionality called the cashless. I'm sure that everybody know about this thing. So what you do, you go to the hospital and the hospital person asks you one thing, sir, in which company you are working? You say, I'm working in Mr. In Computer Limited. Okay, sir, that company has a collaboration with us. We will admit you and you no need to pay anything to us. Everything will be taken care by the insurance company. This is the one example. Second example, one of relative near or dear admitted in the same hospital. The reception people asked to that particular person, sir, you are in which company? That person say, I am working Mr. Kaka. Sorry, sir, Mr. Kaka is not in our panel. And it is not listed in our insurance company detail as well. You have to pay the all amount and then after that you can reimburse it from the office. So now these things coming into the picture. Okay. Again, on the top of that, when we got the insurance plan, we say it also depends from the designation to designation. In the some company is matter. Suppose a fresher join my company. He is entitled only for 20,000 rupees as a delivery reimbursement or the paternity or maternity kind of expenses. He can do it. But if I am a 20 years of experience, okay, for me the limit is 2 lakh rupees. So it means I am entitled for the service or not. That is a new keyword adding here, entitlement. You are not entitled for this position or you are not entitled for the benefit of this position because your experience is very less. Okay, so these thing comes into the CSM part, but the basic fundamental on which CSM work actually called B2B and B2C. B2B means business to business. It is very easy to say business to business, but when I ask example, it is tough to be reply. And you will be surprised, this was asked to me in one of the interview. So the example which we pick up just now for the insurance, that is called the business to business. It means my company name is Mr. Bata has a contract with Mr. Chata for the insurance of my employees. Under that they have a contract. What contract? That all employees will be covered for the 10 lakh as the insurance. Okay, no problem. What entitlement is that? If any employee who is on the category of SSC or SC, software engineer or senior software engineer, he will get the 20,000 rupees for the maternity expenses. If any employee who is team lead to associate manager will be entitled for the 50 rupees. If any employee from manager to senior manager or MD will get 5 lakh. So what is this? These are called the entitlements. You are entitled or not. Now, if this is the case, let me show you one more thing. Now let's take example. I'm sure this thing happened with anyone of us. At least with me, this happened one time. Suppose what happened that I was in a company. I went in the midnight approximately, because that time we were working in the shifts. In the midnight, I go to the ATM in my cafeteria and I withdraw some cash. By mistake, I missed my ATM card. I withdraw the cash, I withdraw the ATM card, but instead of putting on my in my wallet, I put on the ATM machine itself. I searched here and there, I did not find. I was little worried. Maybe it can be someone can take it up. Immediately I called to the customer care and they says, okay, sir, we are blocking your card now. I said, okay, you can block my card, no worries. Okay. It means that when you call someone, let me take example. Now suppose Mr. Bean called to iPhone 20 times in a day. My wish, I would like to call. I have facing issue. I call 20 times in a day. So it is in a month approximately 600 times I call. Now iPhone has a contract with Mr. Bata that I will charge the amount. It is not a free service. I will charge the amount. How I will charge? I will charge either by per case or per hour. First, every month, first 5,000 case will be charged with the costing of the 10 rupees per case. But after that, 5,001 case will be charged 100 rupees per case. Then this is becoming the contracting part. Being an employee, I'm not bothered about this. I have no botheration about this. This is be taken care by my company. But being a company, I am bothered about this particular things here. Okay. So these are the main concept which covered into the B2B. Now come to the B2C, business to consumer, and soon I'm coming again in the live session for this particular topic, CSM. Business to consumer. iPhone is available in the market. Anjan go to market and buy iPhone for all of us. Okay. Anjan facing some issue in the iPhone and he called to iPhone care. Okay. What is he doing? He is doing the business to consumer, because this time Anjan company is not responsible, because this is Anjan personal buying. He did not get it from his company. So it means this is the way that he can reach out to the company. He can call them. If I say call them, email, chat, walk in, then Twitter, and then Facebook, or then community. Go to the iPhone community and there is a question there. So multiple ways are there to go this part. Okay. Now I'm sure that you are saying, Atul, you are going on the theory part, because more than practical, it is a theory only in this session. Okay. The thing is that when you raise any issue for your computer in your company, what that record has been called? That record has been called as the incident. Yes or no? Yes or no? Say yes or say no.
Yes. Oops. Yes, yes. My phone. Okay.
Okay. But when we talk about the CSM, there is a concept called, okay, and the user and the person who is working on this case is called the agent. These are the two standard terms used in CSM. In CSM, you will not use the word incident. Even though it is an incident, look like an incident only, but it is called as a case. And the person who are working on that is called the agent, not the survey desk. Okay. Clear till this point, or any doubt, any question here?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, sir.
It is a complete separate module, and you will be surprised that in the market we have a separate trainings for these things as well, only for CSM. Okay, now let me go here. So I open mainly two portals, CSM and CSP. Let me open the KB as well in the meantime.
Atul,
Yes.
one time I found some ESM. What we want to say by ESM?
Okay, nice. ESM is basically a new term has been introduced by ServiceNow. ESM stand for the Enterprise Service Management. It is kind of a replacement of your service portal, kind of, but as of now, it is not be replaced. So if you remember that approximately 2 weeks back, I released a video called the Universal Request. If you remember, if you see that, so universal request using the ESM part. Okay.
Okay.
That is a okay. So there is a separate plugin we need to be installed, and then we get the ESM as a portal. Maybe Farah, if you can activate your this thing now instance, I can show you, because that video I recorded from your instance only.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my CSP and this is my customer base. In the look and feel, it is same as we have the SP. Let me open the SP as well. Service portal look like the similar. See, similar thing, something on the top, search, this, let me go here. Something on the top, almost same, knowledge, request, my list, case, support, search button, there are knowledge, get help, request something, all these things are similar. Now the question for you guys. What is the difference between SP, CSM and CSP and KB? Guys, go and identify, do some R&D and find out the answer for this one. Okay. The thing is that when we're talking about the CSM, you will be going to log a case. But what type of case you can log it here? Create a customer case, install base, product case, order case. Basically, we use these three. Install base means what has been installed in your, suppose I am a service provider and I am the one who set up the data centers in the big companies. I'm running my own company of the data center. If you are facing some issue, you will raise a problem or you will raise a case on the install base, that what has been installed, I'm facing the issue on the same. Product base, or where the, okay. Product, basically what product you buy from me. You buy iPhone, you buy a Samsung, you buy Android, you buy MI, multiple products you buy from me. So it is a product based case actually. Okay. When I open this, you will be able to see little difference here. And order case. If you want to order something in the case side, let me put it here. Create a case for an order. What you want to order? I want to order. Let's see what item available for me. Okay, order number this. Subject. Laptop. So it is be look like a for my, what I can say, service request. It's look like that same only. And then I click on the submit here. Okay, communication management channel is not defined. It will not work. So this thing has been taken care. Basically, if I say that these are the three different type of cases I can raise, create a product case. See which asset you hold. On the basis of that, you can raise a problem, or you can raise a case. This. It is a this product. Suppose the thing is that suppose Anjan got an iPhone from his company. Now, if he want to log a issue for the iPhone, he will able to see the iPhone in this particular list. This is my iPhone number, this MAC ID number or the asset number. He will able to find from this, and then he can raise a case here. Facing net issue on my phone. Okay, and he just submit this. It means a case has been created in the background. Let me show you that part now. It is not giving a number because it has been totally corrupted now, guys. Sorry to say this thing. Okay, so this is from the front end perspective. This is from the customer perspective. Now, if you are a consumer, you can go and click it here, request, or you can say get help, product help I need. You can put it here. What help you need? I am facing customer. They just put the random numbers here. I want them on this particular things. So these things you are seeing here, these are coming from the background tables. We will see that part. Okay. Now the thing is that if I come on this point, I say that you are raising a case here. Now how an agent will be able to see that case? Let me go here. Okay, and where is this here? Okay. For CSM, we have a specific term used called the workspace, or we call as an agent workspace. Agent workspace like this. Open this. Agent workspace is one of the place where being an agent, you can see all type of cases. Guys, don't be confused. In the starting, it is a bit confusing topic, but soon it will be a easy topic for you to be understand. Not sure that it will be open for me. Farah, your instance is okay now?
Yes.
Okay, let me try to
Start
open that.
building. Second, please. Start building.
Yep.
Second,
Okay,
please.
then I can log into your instance now. Let me see if I can
Yes,
use your.
it's okay now. Yeah, I can use it.
Okay, it's taking time for me. Let me go here. I'm not sure that I have installed this on your. Yes, agent workspace, workspace experience. Yes. Let me open this one. It might will be definitely giving a issue. After next Wednesday, I'll reset my instance so that nobody will get impacted. Okay. So now it is opening here. Okay. So the thing is that ServiceNow, it is a beauty of ServiceNow, because the problem is that if you want to work on an incident, or you have to work on the 5 incident, you need to be open the incident in the separate tabs, right? But this problem has been removed in this particular place. That is called the agent workspace. Okay, so you can see here, this is the my workspace. It means this is my agent workspace. I log in as a Atul Grover here. So this is my workspace. You can see here. Okay, now I can go here and I can see all the available cases. All cases I can open here, because there's a no demo data, I guess. Okay, this thing. Okay, now I want to work on this case. Okay, not an issue. See, in the same window, I'm getting the case. Now I want to work on the another as well. This one. See, another tab has been opened. So it means the biggest benefit of the agent console, agent workspace is that you no need to be move the tabs here and there. Single tab, you can see the multiple cases here. Okay. So like you can see the same, we have something similar. We have the incident, the similar we have in the case as well at this point of time. Okay. See, I can see these things. I can see create a task here. I can see the major incident. I can see the accounts. Okay. Now let me come to this point. Okay. When I say,
Atul,
okay, sorry.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Farhan.
This agent have specific roles here.
Yes, 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 yes. CSM is a separate module, and every module, every flavor, every product has its own set of roles available in the system.
Okay.
Okay, so if any agent is having that role, only then he can see that particular console.
Okay.
Okay, this thing. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
okay. Now I come to this point. Let's take example on there. Okay, this thing. Bean get a happy reply and Atul did not get a happy reply. Okay. Now let's take example from this particular side. Suppose Binuj called to a customer care. And as soon as Binuj connected with the customer care executive or the agent, they ask, okay, sir, what is your registered email ID? Or what is your registered company? Sorry, I'm not working at point of time. I'm a freelancer here. Okay, sorry, sir. So your company is not registered with us. We cannot provide you the services. How the agent will see? Agent will see here in the account. Account means the company who is registered with that particular company. Like Miss Bata company is registered with iPhone. Okay, that is the one thing which where you can see. So these are the companies here you can see. Okay, let me go to this particular place here. Okay, this thing. Few major terms we are going to be discussed. Only these things will be there. Nothing else we can be discussed much on this part. Let me open this here. New. Okay. Account. So let's take my company is. I purchased the iPhone for my employees. That is that company name is, or I call the vendor. Okay. Now, how the Kaka company, because iPhone is not just providing the iPhone to my company, they are providing iPhone to the multiple companies. Now, we will think from the iPhone perspective, how they will store my records. Okay, suppose Kaka is the one who is a service provider for me. Okay, they will create an account for me. What they will say, okay, I am giving service to Mr. Bata. If any person who says I'm working for Mr. Bata or Bata company, they will call as the contacts. Contact means a user detail. Farha, Hashim, Anjan, Vinuj, Atul, Roshan, everybody is a contact for Bata. Means we are the employee of Mr. Bata company. Okay. But in the background, Bata has a contract with Kaka. Where this thing has been mentioned, let me show you here. So let's create a account. Suppose I am the iPhone and I am providing a services to the another company. So let me create a learn grow. Okay. I can put the number here, any parent company, company registration code, phone number, everything I can put it here. Okay, let me say this is one other thing. So consider the example like you are getting your employee registered for the insurance company. So this is the insurance company for me. Okay, now under that, see, I get a contacts. Contact means who are the employee of this company. Okay, I will create one contact here. Contact is nothing, it is just a username, nothing else is there. But the table is different. It is going the customer contact one. I say grow, okay, l@lg.com. Okay, but I am related to the company called the Learn and Grow. Okay, and save. It means Mr. Bean is part of this particular company, Learn and Grow. Only then he is able to get that information or get that issue sorted out. You can see here now. Okay, so if Mr. Grow call, he will get the services, but if Mr. Anjan call, he will not get the benefit because he is not the registered contact here. Okay, assets. Which assets you are using for it has been provided to you. How many iPhones has been provided to you, so I can add a iPhone list here. That is the one thing. Okay, then the sold products, which product I sell you and I am providing you just as a support. Like I can say, okay, I sell you my training services, it has been sold out. In case you are facing some issue, you can reach out to me. Install base, what I installed in your premises, that is called the install base. Basically, maybe I set up a server in your premises, so that is a install base for me. Contract, now I'll open one contract here. Contract means it is important point because this is the financial things be here. Who will approve of my contract? What is the contact number? This is, and name, training. Okay, start date. I will provide the services to your employee for the 10 days only. Submit. It will go for the review and all the things. A life cycle will be there in the background. Okay, but let's not go in that discussion as of now because I want to just give you the highlights here. Okay, like if you remember that we get an email from our company, your insurance has been planned or your insurance has been done for the 1 year. If you want to make any changes, you have to wait for the 1 year now. That is the contract we have. Entitlement, new entitlement. This is the important point. I say training admin product. If you sell any product, you can put it here. Okay, under which contract I'm covering? I'm covering in the training contract. Okay, that is not submitted till now because it is in the review state. And here the important point, how the support will be there. Business hours or weekdays. It means these are the schedule specifically. I say it's 8 to 5 weekdays only. Okay. When is the start of this particular entitlement? Like we get an email from our company that from first of every month till 15th of every month, you can make a change in your insurance plan. You can do the top ups, you can remove the top ups, you can add your dependent members at point of time. Total units means how many units I can be consumed here. I say 5,000, all you can get it from there. And after that, you stop the services. How I will charge it? I will charge by cases or by hours. I say by cases. Per unit. Yes, per unit. Or the count. I say, okay, let's have hours. How many hours? We can discuss that part. So I say how many hours is the 5,000 hours is there. How many cases? 5,000 cases. Per unit, yes. Per unit, you can charge it accordingly. Let me, and this is the important point, channel. Which channel your customer can reach out to me? Okay. So these are the channels here. Alert, chat. Suppose someone is pinging me on someone is on my website and want to talk to my, is it available 24/7? Yes, I can put it as a chat option here, or the virtual agent option here, I can say. So in short, it is little tough to understand this point here, but think from the bigger picture perspective. When you want to give something to your company employees, you do all these things in the background. Okay, so I'll put like a web here now, chat here. And let me save this. This is called the entitlement. Okay. And once anyone raises a case, these records will be captured here, that how many cases has been covered till now for this particular entitlement. Okay. Any doubt, any question till this point? Anyone, or it's too much confusing?
Yes. It's another theme, let's say. It's another theme to discover in ServiceNow.
So sorry, Farah, what was saying basically?
Yes, I'm saying it's another theme to discover in ServiceNow. Another topic, another, let's say, domain in ServiceNow to work on it.
It's not like domain.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It is okay. Few things I would like to clarify at the ground level. Customer service management is totally different than the ITSM part. So don't be confused there. ITSM is basically for the internal employees of a company for their IT support. Customer service management is basically you offer services to some other customer. That is the time the customer service management come into the picture. Yeah. Okay, so don't be confused. It's look like similar in the nature, but it is a different in the work, different in the parameters. It has been totally different module. Okay, so don't be confused. So the purpose of today's class is basically just to tell you that what is the meaning of the CSM. Now, if you get little idea, okay, what is contract, what is entitlement, what is contact, then you can start looking on the update yourself on that particular front. Otherwise, it's look like if you say CSM is itself approximately 10 to 20 days syllabus in a deep dive, which we done for the ITSM actually. And I am not the expert in the CSM. I am still learning. So what I learned, I'm sharing with you guys. That is the point here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Reshma, Anjan, Vinoj, Roshan, Shihim, any doubt, any question?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Now, if I come to this point, you can see we have a here called this thing. CSM is there, CSP is there like this. Okay, we have a knowledge here as well. Here you cannot log a case. You can just see the articles here. If you're facing some issue, you can create an article here. You can see the articles here. They see there's no option called the logging a case, right? You can just see the article. One more is there. I'm not sure that is being installed in my this or not. Community. Okay, it is not installed here. Maybe something wrong. Otherwise, I have one more option called community. Yes, Anjan.
The knowledge management in ITSM is that anything difference with this CSM, or it can be clubbed?
Yes, both are the two different things. Number one, the knowledge article, knowledge base, which you have for ITSM is basically used by your company employee to sort out or to solve the issues raised by your company only. Okay. Will you publish that which script you run to give access to a user on the public platform? Never, right? Because that is for your things. But you will publish an article how to import the contact from iPhone X to iPhone Y, how to configure the emails in iPhone X, in MacBook, in Android, in Samsung, all these phones. So those are the public articles specifically, and anyone can use at any point of time. Okay, so that is a major difference in these two.
So if we create a single database knowledge management system, and by the privileges, if we could distribute both of them, then there will be the work
You
down. I
can
mean to say the effort can be reduced, right?
you can distribute, but before distribute, you have to be make sure that the article which you are distributing on the CSM platform as well, is it be anything which you don't want to share with the customers or the consumers.
Absolutely, yeah, 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 that is true.
iPhone or Microsoft or any other company never share those documents which include their financials. This simple
Absolutely.
says their IT problems, all these things. But sometimes it is be good. But generally we keep these two things separate always, because the basics are different, Anjan here. ITSM is for your internal employees. CSM is totally for external employees. So sorry, not employees, external customer or the consumers directly. So there's a no relationship. You will not share the thing which you're using in your home at the outside of your home because you don't want to share with them. All right. So that is the major difference. The fundamental difference is this only.
Well, this was a thought process, nothing else.
No,
Absolutely agree with that.
it
Yeah.
happens. Actually, it happens. But the thing is that in these case, it is tough to decide. Suppose out of 100, you say only one document I need to be shared. Then better to get a new one document for CSM separately. If the contents are common, contents are fine, then you can share it into the both platform. That you can do. But the thing is that again, in this case,
Yeah,
your knowledge base should be same.
yeah, because I was thinking on a separate viewpoint because see, ITSM service delivery and service operations goes hand on hand. So it is not like that. It is an internal kind of thing. There are multiple vendors, there are multiple consumers, there are multiple stakeholders, customers. So when we say that we want to collaborate the entire thing and share the knowledge, so based on that thought process, I was just asking. So yeah, you can have those kind of privileges, or at your CSM portal you can display what
Right.
exactly the consumer requires, and in service portal you can display what service portal requires.
Agree.
But
Yes.
the content can be on a central repository. I mean,
No, no, no,
no.
no, no. Then content should be the different places, na?
Okay. Okay.
That is the okay. Okay. Any other doubt? Any other question point to be discussed here? If no, then I'll be stop myself here only because otherwise it will be overloaded for you guys. Okay. So we have a two topics today for plan. Oh my goodness, I skipped one. No problem. We'll discuss it tomorrow. That's fine. It's not going to take much time for us. Okay. So guys, let me stop the recording first here.